To my subscribers in England and Wales and Scotland, all I can say to you is eat shit or die. That's right, eat shit or die. Let me clean this up. Swallowing human feces will cure disease. That is according to your National Health Service. That's right. Swallowing human feces will cure disease. To those who still can't see that our world is turning really, really dark, that something may be quite amiss with our world, that something is really kind of off with our world, that maybe the psychopaths in charge that are quote unquote leading us are possibly leading us down a really, really dark, dark path and doing things to really degrade us right smack into the ground. If this doesn't beg questions in your mind, I think you have no mind. Swallowing human feces will cure disease, and it is opening its first ever frozen fecal bank. Frozen samples are being shipped around the country to relieve thousands of sufferers of a previously incurable gut problem. Funny how they just never found this cure before, but apparently they have now. So in England, every year, there are more than 13,000 people who suffer from Clostridium difficile, and 1 in 5 do not respond to conventional treatment. So the NHS thought outside the box and came up with human feces. Let's prescribe human feces to those who don't respond to conventional treatment, and that will cure them. Clostridium difficile, also known as C. difficile or C. diff. It's a bacterium that can infect the bowel and cause diarrhea. The symptoms? Watery diarrhea, which can be bloody. Painful tummy cramps. Feeling sick. That's the symptom, feeling sick. Signs of dehydration, a high temperature of above 38 Celsius, loss of appetite, weight loss. Wow, those symptoms sure could be associated with a whole lot of viruses, flus. Who is most at risk for Clostridium difficile? Most of the population. Those who have been treated with antibiotics. People who have had to stay in hospital or care home for a long time. Those over the age of 65. Those with a weakened immune system, unfortunately, because doctors have been giving all of us so many antibiotics that ruin your immune system. But those with a weakened immune system through a condition such as diabetes or a side effect of treatment such as chemotherapy or most medications on the market. Those taking a medication called proton pump inhibitor to reduce the amount of stomach acid they produce, or people who have had surgery or their digestive system. So the people who are most at risk, it seems to be those who go to doctors and visit hospitals. Stay away from your doctors and hospitals, and you might not develop Clostridium difficile. But what can you do if you have these symptoms and you're concerned that you might have Clostridium difficile? You can call your GP or the NHS, and they will prescribe you some shit to take. Do you not see something wrong with this picture? Yes. We are heading down a very, very, very dark path, being led by our quote-unquote leaders who are truly sick, psychopathic, and just love to do these things because they get a kick out of it. Sick, sick people. Human feces will cure disease. You read this article and it's so general. I mean, they haven't even talked about any kind of like studies or anything that they, did to come up with this cure for disease. Can't wait for the U.S. Centers for Disease Control to come out and say the same thing. Oh, it is sure to come.